She is working as an assistant professor in the Department of ECE UIET. She has an experience of more than 9 years in teaching. We would like to invite her to interact with the audience. Over to you, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Happy Women's Day to all of you. First of all, I want to thank all of you to give me an opportunity to share my story, and I feel extremely honored. So thank you, Sanya, and thank you, organizing committee. So before I begin with my story, I want to go back in time in the summers of 2007, where I was this young 20 years old girl who was very career oriented, ambitious, go-getter, and wanted everything in life. That was the best, phase of my life, where I was this in 8th semester in UIT. So UIT engineering has been the best years of my life, and we were in 8th semester. And as you all know, that by the end of the 8th semester, we all have placements, and we had offers from 2 to 3 companies, and we were all partying, having fun, because we thought, oh, we have achieved everything in life. Wow, what a success in life. So, all you millennials have this things to do before we die. So even in those times also, we had these things, to do. And I had a huge list of 20, 30 things to do in life. I was very happy. But then, by the end of the 8th semester, I was also doing training for Indian Air Force. And on 10th June 2007, I was practicing for Indian Air Force, where I fell down from a pretty good height. And I suffered from spinal cord injury, where my C4, C5 vertebra got fractured and dislocated. And I was quadriplegic. So when I got operated after my surgery, doctors told me that, you'll be quadriplegic for the rest of your life. And there are very few chances for you to be on your foot again. And I was like, okay, this is not something that should have happened to me. So whenever something bad happens to you, so the first thing that comes to your mind is, why me? So I was in that state of mind. My classmates at that point of time, they didn't know that something like this has happened with me. So I was getting messages, because in that semester, I topped UIT, and I was very happy. I worked hard, and I wanted to top. You are like those ambitious kind of people in your young age. And when, I found those messages, and I was like, I don't care. I just don't care. I don't want this 85%. I don't want to be on the top. So those 20, 30 things in my list, suddenly they all got replaced by one single thing. And that was, I want to be back on my foot again. And it seemed so hard to achieve. It seemed so impossible. And I was like, God, give back my legs. I just want to walk. I don't care about the placement. I don't care about the package. I don't care where my friends are going. I just don't care anything. So at that point of time, I had only 2 options. The first was, I accept my fate and be bedridden for the rest of my life. And the second thing was that I need to fight it. There was quite a high possibility that even today I would have been bedridden. But then, that thought of guilt would have never occurred to me, that I did not give it a shot. So, I always feel that you should fight back. So whenever some problem comes in your life, just don't give up. Even when you know that the probability of achieving that thing is almost zero, still you should fight for it. And that is what I asked. I told myself that, Anaahat, you're not giving up. Okay, what worse could have happened more? You're already lying on the bed. What worse can happen to you at this point of life, at this stage? So I thought, I'm going to give it a shot. So then it started with rigorous mental training. So I used to lie on the bed, staring at the fan for hours and hours, and I used to close my eyes and imagine myself, that my brain is giving, signals to my body, to my muscles, that the legs are moving, the toes are moving. Although at the outside, the movements were zero. Nobody could see that movement. But me, deep inside, I could feel it. And I kept training my brain every day, that this is happening. And I went through rigorous physiotherapy around 8 hours a day. That is 3 sessions, morning, afternoon, evening. And I kept kept telling myself, no, you have to get back. And one day that miracle happened. A toe moved, very slight movement that only, even I could feel, that nobody else could notice at the outside. And I was like, oh God, yeah, this is something that I'm going to fight for it. I am not living like this. And then when finally I got promoted from a bed to a wheelchair, that was the happiest day of my life. And people were staring at me. Why is she so happy sitting on the wheelchair? And I was like, you don't understand. It's not a transition from a bed to a wheelchair. It is a transition from my entire view that I've been seeing for months. And what was that view? A ceiling fan. And now I can go out. My parents can take me on the gate and I can see roads. I can see those dogs barking on the street, those vehicles, those traffic, which used to irritate us, dogs are barking. What the hell? They're making so much of noise. Children playing in the park. These things, we have never, been thankful to all those views that we had in life. So it was we had to fight that back. And eventually when I started walking, then obviously you have to dream big. So basically the point being is never stop dreaming big. The dreams should be big, but your criteria for happiness should not be dependent on the success of those dreams. You should feel happy and contented with the small little things that you have in life, be it your family support, be it your friends around who have your back. These little things are the things that we should be grateful to God. And we somehow, in the passage of time when we are living, we want everything. We forget to appreciate those little things which other people don't have. And we don't appreciate that. For instance, I'll give you an example. How many of you actually are grateful to God when you are able to cut your nails? See, cutting nails is such a simple thing to do, and we do it after every, say, 7 days or 10 days. But how many of you are actually happy and grateful and you thank God for it? I think none of us, but I do every day. It took me 5 years of rigorous practice of pushing that. Those are such fine finger movements. And to achieve that was like one of the most successful things I have ever done in my life post-accident. It was an achievement. See how the definition of success changes. So you start appreciating those things in your life. And that is, so people ask me, Anaahat, you have a good job now, you have family, you have everything. So do you feel normal now? Is your life back on track? So my answer to that is no. The body with which I was born, that is gone. My soul is altogether in a different body. I don't feel normal. And for the rest of my life, I will not feel normal, because spinal cord injury comes with so many repercussions. And there are so many challenges that I have to deal with every day of my life. But I don't feel normal. But I have found a new normal, and I'm happy with the new normal. So this journey from not being normal to finding a new normal, it requires a lot of mental training and self-counseling and motivation support from your family and your friends. It requires. So reaching that stage is very important in our lives, So, my takeaway from this was that try to find your new normal in life. There will be things that you will be able to change, but there will be things that you will not be able to change. Always fight for the things that you want to change. But at the end, if you cannot change, the best thing is to accept the way they are. So I have found a new normal. And, today I found new normal 1. Tomorrow I'll find new normal 2. Then I'll find new normal 3 and so on. And that is how life should be. And we should be grateful for everything that we have. So I would just like to conclude, we should all be warriors and fighters till our last breath. And I wish you all great success, health, and happiness. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your story was really inspiring for all of us here. I mean, we are honored to have you here today.
Thank you, Sanya. Thank you very much.
It was really great.
Thank you.